Hey everyone! Welcome back to the English Speaking Show.
Hi there! Great to have you with us today.
I'm Ella.
And I'm Jake.
Jake, how's your day going?
Pretty good. Though I'm curious, what are we discussing today?
We're covering something that completely flips what most learners believe about vocabulary.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Most people stress about learning 5,000 or 10,000 words. But the truth? A few hundred words can actually get you pretty far.
Wait, seriously? Just a few hundred?
I know, it sounds wild. See, what matters isn't the size of your word bank. It's how smoothly you can actually use what you've got.
So like, depth versus width.
Perfect way to put it.
Hey everyone, if this sounds helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button.
And share this with anyone who's learning English.
So, Ella, explain this to me. How does focusing on fewer words actually help?
Okay, let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone who studied English for years, memorized tons of vocabulary, but then when you ask them something simple like, "What did you do this weekend?" they freeze up?
Oh my God, yes! I've seen that so many times.
Right? They know all these fancy words, but can't have a basic conversation.
So, what's happening there?
Because memorizing words and actually using them are totally different skills. It's like owning a fully stocked kitchen, but never cooking anything.
So, most learners collect words but don't actually wear them?
Yes, perfect way to say it.
So, what should they do instead?
Instead of collecting hundreds of words you barely know, focus on maybe 300 to 1,000 words and really own them.
300 to 1,000? That's it?
That's it. Research shows that the 300 most common English words make up about 65% of normal conversations. And if you really know around 1,000 common words, you can handle almost 90% of everyday situations.
Wow. That completely changes how I think about vocabulary learning. But Ella, what does really know mean? Like, how is that different from just memorizing?
Great question. Let me show you. Imagine you learn the word happy. You memorize the definition. Feeling good.
Right. That's how most people study.
But can you say, "I'm happy to help"? "Happy birthday." "I'm not happy about this." Happy ending.
Oh, so knowing the word means using it in all these different situations?
Exactly. When you truly own a word, you don't translate it anymore. You just use it naturally.
But doesn't that take a really long time?
Actually, it's faster. If someone gives you a list of 2,000 words to memorize, what happens?
I'd feel overwhelmed and probably give up.
But if someone says, "Here are 300 words you already use. Let's practice them in sentences." How does that feel?
Way better. That sounds possible.
Right? And when something feels achievable, you actually do it. Plus, once you master these core words, new vocabulary sticks way easier because you're connecting new words to a solid base.
Okay, so how do we actually do this? What's the process?
All right, let me break it down. First, start with words you already use in your native language every single day. Think about what you actually talk about: food, family, feelings, your job.
Can you give me an example?
Sure, if you're a student, you need words like homework, due date, professor, grade, exam. If you work in a restaurant, you need order, menu, customer, tip, shift.
So personalize it to my life. Got it. What's next?
Next, put every word into 3 different sentences that are true for you. 3 is the sweet spot.
So if I learn nervous, I write 3 real sentences about myself?
Exactly. I feel nervous before meetings. My sister gets nervous on planes. Coffee makes me nervous.
Now I actually know how to use it.
Third, take 2 words you know and combine them in new ways, like want and stop. I want to stop drinking coffee. Do you want to stop now?
So my vocabulary grows by connecting what I know.
Last, record yourself talking about your day for 1 minute twice a week.
Record myself?
I know it sounds scary, but you hear yourself, catch mistakes, and track progress. Just talk about what you ate, who you saw, how you felt. 1 minute.
But what if my English sounds too basic? Don't native speakers use more advanced words?
Oh, that's such a common worry. Here's what most learners don't realize: native speakers don't use complicated vocabulary in daily life.
They don't?
Nope. When I talk to my friends, I say things like, I'm so tired. What's up? That was fun. Clear beats complicated every time.
But what about mistakes? I make so many.
Every mistake teaches you something. If you say, I go yesterday, instead of I went yesterday, now you know you need to work on past tense. Mistakes are little teachers. And native speakers make mistakes too. We forget words, we pause, we correct ourselves. The goal is communication, not perfection.
Aha. If people understand me, that's success.
Yes!
Okay, so how much time does this actually take? Do I need to study for hours?
Not at all. 15 minutes a day is enough if you're consistent.
Just 15 minutes?
Yes. Morning. Spend 5 minutes saying yesterday's sentences out loud over coffee. Midday. 5 minutes listening to anything in English: podcasts, videos, songs. Evening. 5 minutes describing something that happened today.
So that's 15 minutes total, spread across the whole day?
Yes, your brain learns better with short, regular practice. Think of it like watering a plant. A little water every day keeps it healthy. Too much all at once drowns it.
Okay, so 15 minutes sounds doable. But why does this work? What's happening in my brain?
Great question. When you practice something repeatedly, your brain creates neural connections. Think of it like walking through tall grass with no path. It's hard and slow at first. But if you walk the same route every day, eventually the grass gets worn down and a clear path forms.
So repeating practice creates a path in my brain?
Yes, and daily practice strengthens those connections. Skipping days means the path grows over again.
Is there anything else happening?
Yes, when you successfully use a word, your brain releases feel-good chemicals. It's your brain saying, "Good job, let's do that again." That's why small wins matter. Each success makes your brain want to repeat it.
So learning becomes motivating. Okay, can you give me practical examples? Like actual words I can start using today?
Absolutely. Let's start with feel. You can say, I feel tired. I feel happy. I feel like eating pizza.
So one word creates tons of sentences.
Now try look. You can say, look at this. I look tired. Can you look for my keys? Look out!
That's like 5 different uses.
And go. I go to work. Things go wrong sometimes. How did it go? Let's go with that idea. Go ahead.
Go can mean all those things?
Yes, that's the magic of core words. They're flexible. Instead of learning 10 different words, learn one word 10 different ways.
What about meeting people?
You need maybe 20 phrases. Hi, I'm Jake. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? What do you do? Then add, I work in, I'm interested in, I love.
With just those, I can have a full conversation.
Exactly. At a restaurant. Can I see the menu? I'd like. How much is? The check, please. At a store. Do you have? I'm looking for. Can I try this? I'll take it.
This is way simpler than I thought. I could start using these today. But what mistakes should I avoid?
3 big traps. First, writing words without sentences. That doesn't work because you're not learning how to use the word, and you forget quickly.
So, always put words in full sentences.
Always. Second, waiting until you feel ready before speaking. Some people study silently for months thinking, I'll speak when I'm better. But that day never comes. You have to speak from the beginning, even to yourself.
Speak first, improve later.
Yes. Third, trying to learn too many words at once. Some people try 50 words in one day and forget them all by tomorrow. Way better to deeply learn 10 words than barely remember 50.
Slow and steady wins.
Absolutely.
So, realistically, if I follow this, when will I see results?
Great question. After 1 month, words come to you faster. Less awkward pauses. Around 3 months, your ears start working better. You'll suddenly understand more and recognize those core words immediately.
So, listening gets easier?
Much easier. After 6 months to a year, you'll respond in English automatically, without planning first. Your brain stops translating. Sometimes you'll even have thoughts directly in English.
That sounds incredible.
It's gradual, but one day you'll catch yourself and go, wait, I just thought that whole thing in English. It's completely possible with regular practice.
Okay, I'm
Here's your
convinced.
homework. Grab
So,
your
what
phone
should I
or
do
notebook.
right now?
Write down 10 words you use every day in your native language. Words from your real life.
Like coffee, work, tired?
Exactly. Create 3 sentences with each word about your real life. Then say them out loud 3 times each. By the third time, they'll feel easier and more natural.
And tomorrow?
Add 5 more words. Do this for 30 days and you'll have practiced 150 words in real sentences, and those words will stick. Let's summarize. First, you don't need thousands of words. 300 to 1,000 is enough.
Quality over quantity.
Second, learn words deeply in real sentences from your life.
Context over memorization.
Third, practice 15 minutes daily, 5 minutes 3 times.
Consistency beats intensity.
Fourth, don't fear mistakes. They show you what to practice.
Mistakes are teachers.
Fifth, start speaking from day 1, even to yourself.
Don't wait to feel ready. Remember, everyone, don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to yesterday's you. Learning English is a journey.
If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the English Speaking Show.
Give us a like, And share this with someone learning English.
And comment below. Write one sentence about your day in English.
Keep practicing, keep believing, and keep growing.
Until next time, remember, you don't need perfect English, just clear, confident communication.
See you next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.